Kashmiri people are really very nice, but you know ऐसे ऐसे झूठ बोलते हैं. It's kind of disappointing because Good morning guys, it is time to check out from Pahalgam. Finally, it's freezing cold. You know, it snowed last night, so you can see everything is covered in snow. बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड हो रही है. It's -3 degrees right now. The Innova has come. What a beautiful view. I don't know if you guys can see behind, but पूरे mountains and trees and lights and rooftops, everything is covered in snow. And it's super duper slippery as well. There's an Innova standing right in front. Noreen is vlogging, but देखो वो भी पूरी स्नो में कवर्ड है. Now let's quickly get into the car. Noreen actually forgot some things we are doing, hoping to get that back from the shop and have to get some water and have to go to the ATM because यहाँ पे कैश बहुत ज़्यादा ही खर्च होता है. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, yesterday Noreen sat on the horse, her phone fell down. उसने जिप ठीक से बंद नहीं की थी पॉकेट की, फ़ोन गिर गया. फ़ोन गिरने के बाद she's bindas moving and all. Thankfully some gentleman came and said, you know what, मैम आपका ये फ़ोन गिर गया है. That's amazing, yeah. Who would actually pick up an iPhone and give it back saying that, you know, you have dropped it? But that person did it, which is really very nice. I think Noreen का फ़ोन थोड़ा टूटा हुआ भी है ना, तो देख कर लाइक ये तो फ़ोन मेरे कोई काम का है ही नहीं, इससे बेटर मैं वापस ही दे दूँ. By the way, I'll tell you, जो level of loot कश्मीर में होती है कहीं नहीं होती. They charge me 500 rupees bonfire charges. I'm like ये क्या होता है? So like we lit the bonfire, उसके 500 रुपये. अच्छा था वहाँ पे 50 लोग थे, उनसे 500 ले लो, कितना हो गया, अच्छे खासे पैसे हो गए. That's kind of funny. And you won't believe they keep turning off the heater, they keep turning off the electric blanket. Other time बंद ही करते रहते electricity and all that stuff just to, I guess, save money. That's kind of really, I don't know whether to say it's funny or ridiculous. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful behind. Check that out, guys. Just 20 minutes away from reaching Srinagar, we have stopped in this place. यहाँ पे केसर मिलता है, कहवा मिलता है, पाउडर घर लेके जाने के लिए. In fact, Kashmir is famous for केसर as well as bats. यहाँ पे bats ही बनते हैं काफ़ी सारे. Innova driver was telling me that he's getting a mileage of 18 kilometers per liter. In fact, some other driver was telling me कि नई क्रिस्टा फेल हो गई है, पुरानी Innova की तरह एकदम पकड़ के नहीं चलती, इसलिए यहाँ पे क्रिस्टा नहीं दिखती. The fact is, in the cities, whoever had an Innova, once they sold it, it came to smaller towns like Kashmir, and obviously you don't get to see regular Innovas as much in cities as much as you get in smaller towns. And of course यहाँ पे तो क्रिस्टा बिल्कुल दिखती नहीं, टावेरा बहुत ज़्यादा ही दिखती है. So now we are going to buy some केवा and गाड़ी में थोड़ा पक रहा था because अंदर and it's heated and I'm wearing so many layers, तो मुझे गर्मी लगना शुरू हो गई. बाहर निकला इतनी ठंड हो रही है. Roads have been nice, in fact थोड़ी बहुत स्नो थी पहले, and then obviously the driver had to drive really slowly and carefully, otherwise the car would slip. And then there was no snow because lower down you come, there is rain instead of snow. दिख रहा है red flag. I don't know why. Is that a Hayabusa logo? That is definitely the Reebok logo. People have put a lot of logos on their car. In fact, मैंने सुमो पे देखा है Mercedes का logo, और टेम्पो ट्रैवलर पे तो Mercedes का logo हमेशा होता ही है because maybe probably they supply engines to Mercedes or actually make engines for them. Hankook and मतलब जो स्टिकर होते हैं ना कश्मीर में टैक्सी वाले सब लगा देते हैं, including Ferrari of course. This guy hasn't, although he has Chevrolet written on the headlight. Okay, finally checked into the room. The room seems nice, centrally heated, natural light from top. इसलिए lights कम रखी रूम में. Washroom is actually nice. So finally I'm going to be taking a bath after quite a few days. ठंडी में मैं नहाया नहीं तो डीओ बात ही ले रहा था. यहाँ से चीज़ें विंडो हमारी इनोवा दिख रही है. So quickly we're going to freshen up and head out for lunch. These tires उल्टे लगे हुए हैं. Right now I've come to the market. It's a Sunday market today. It's absolutely jam-packed. I've never seen a flea market like this. You can see behind, एकदम craziness हो रही है. बहुत ही ज़्यादा लोग हैं. Like insane amount of people coming to shop. Forget COVID guidelines. I don't see anyone wearing a mask, and I see so much crowd as well. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be going to a hotel known as Mughal Darbar to try Kashmiri Wazwan. ट्राई करके आ गए हैं. फूड वॉज गुड, डिफरेंट, बट वी हैड टू एक्चुअली ऑर्डर रोटी. रोटी के साथ बेटर टेस्ट हो रहा था. एक्चुअली मैं ऑलरेडी खा के आ गया था, तो मैंने ऐसी ये इफेक्ट डाल दिया है. फूड वॉज ओके बट बहुत ज़्यादा ऑयल डालते हैं, स्पाइसी। और यहाँ का जो मीट है ना बहुत ज़्यादा हार्ड, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट रिमूव। हालत होगी, मेरी हाथ की एक्सरसाइज होगी मीट निकाल के। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू क्विकली, आई थिंक वी हैव टू गो फॉर अ शिकारा राइड, लेट्स गो।
वो भी फेरन है ना? ये ये कितने का है?
ये वाला पड़ेगा 350 का।
ये 200, वो 350।
ये वाली 200 की।
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं।
देखिए Okay, so the boat Shikara or whatever you want to call it goes at a really nice pace, which means very peaceful, calming and soothing as well. But last time when I came to this lake, it was much dirtier. Now it's much cleaner. Still dirty enough, but still much cleaner than before. So this is sort of a flea market or whatever. Floating market. People actually come from the side, try to sell you stuff and all. That's kind of cool, and you can see these ducks as well. I'm feeling so cold, you have no clue. इसलिए मैं जितने layers पहन सकूँ मैंने पहन लिया. Noreen, I don't know how she manages. How do you manage?
Because I'm Wonder Woman.
She's saying she wonders how she's a woman.
कुछ भी, I said I'm a Wonder Woman.
Okay, right now we've stopped at a place where they're actually demonstrating how Pashmina shawl is made. You can see it behind happening. Noreen is shooting all that. You can see it in her vlog. And I'm getting restless because I'm feeling cold. I'm like, मुझे वापस जाना है.
ये टोटली वेस्टेज है, ये रिमूव करना पड़ता है बाय हैंड ही, उसके बाद इस पे कॉम्ब होता है.
Meanwhile, Noreen is actually checking out how the process of a Pashmina shawl is of the making of the Pashmina shawl. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm going to tell you a thing which I've noticed here. People's pronunciation is a little different. I'm not saying it's bad or good or anything, but instead of school, they say sakul. Instead of skiing, they say saking. Instead of, like, you know, the S part of things, they say it very differently. It's kind of unique and different. The Shikara ride is almost over and we made it before the sun went down because I'm feeling really cold. वो तो मैं कितनी बार बोल ही चुका हूँ इस vlog में. Noreen is sitting behind. She's feeling even colder. Look at her. Say hi to the camera. Black hair and black gloves means camouflage. Well, good morning guys, and now it's time to head from Srinagar to Gulmarg, and the road is quite nice actually because snow bhi hone wali hai and you can't go all the way by your own car because you have to take a chain car because the cops don't let you go beyond Gulmarg, I believe. This place was actually good because there was central heating. जैसे लगा ही नहीं कि हम श्रीनगर में या कश्मीर में. It felt more like I'm in Dubai or in Mumbai with the heat. And Noreen is not feeling too well, so we might just do one day at Gulmarg. Actually, the plan is of 2 days, but अभी ये होस्ट शिफ्ट करेंगे, गाड़ी में बैठ के थोड़ा डिसाइड करेंगे क्या करना है. Luggage is about to come. It's 10:45. पहुँचने में 1.5 hour लगेंगे. But it's going to snow tomorrow and day after, so it might take more time while coming back. So we're just deciding क्या करना चाहिए. आप बताओ क्या करना चाहिए नीचे. So right now I'm in Gulmarg and having a kahwa. So this is actually around 14 kilometers away from Gulmarg. Gulmarg abhi niklenge, I'll tell you why. The car is here, which is a sumo. They might put a chain in case they feel there is a need to do so. Okay, so basically we have come now to Gulmarg. The ride in the sumo was really terrible. इतनी आवाज़ करती है ट्रक इंजन उसमें. And here you can see it's kind of foggy, snowy, but इतना ज़्यादा temperature नहीं. Obviously I've worn so many layers. काफ़ी ज़्यादा crowd भी है. Now there is this sledge which goes. He's asking for 1700 rupees per person, which is quite a bit. So Noreen is kind of bargaining right now. And probably the Gandola is going to be closed. So आज KLPD होने वाला है. Okay, right now I'm on a sledge, and trust me, it's the most uncomfortable thing. That's the reason they get you in a sumo, so you don't feel so much of an uncomfort because the sumo obviously is super uncomfortable. It's cold, yeah.
मेरे पास है फोटो of my temperature yesterday. रुको, I'll just show. And मत करो.
So right now we are heading up to stage 1 of the Gandola ride, which is 740 rupees. Stage 2 is 1000. Total is around 1740. We were charged 1800. I think 1600, 60 rupees as a tip. Okay, you know, it costed them around 35 crores to make this whole thing, which is a partnership between India and another country abroad, which actually makes the Gandola. And I think we're going to hit almost 14,000 feet when you go to stage 2 of this ride. मैंने टाइम लैप्स लगा के रखा हुआ है. Okay, phase 1 done. Time to go to phase 2. Phase 1 में बहुत ज़्यादा गर्दी है, so we're like skip it. Let's go up because खतरों के खिलाड़ी, ठीक है. Anyways, the thing is that phase 1 is 10,000 feet. Phase 2 is 14,000 feet. We are going to definitely freeze today. इसकी तो हालत ऐसी होगी, पतली है तो ग्लव्स पहन रही है.
अभी मेरे ब्लॉग में किसने निकाल के दिया है वो.
Right now I have come to the phase 2 and it is actually snowing right now. It's super cold. I can't wear gloves. I can't operate my phone. कैमरा मैंने बैग में रखा हुआ है क्योंकि निकालने की मुझे में एनर्जी और गट्स ही नहीं है. बहुत ज़्यादा स्नो है. It's such a beautiful place. You know what? Many people actually don't come here. The reason is because it's so cold. Doesn't make sense to pay additional money to come here. That's why there's very little gardi or crowd, which is actually a good thing. And now we're just going to spend 5 to 10 minutes here because we cannot tolerate this cold even with the gloves. My hands are completely freezing. Okay, the shoes are working well, but walking in full snow is way better than walking on ice or half snow because then you start slipping. I just wonder about these dogs. How do they manage in this cold? Yeah, I should take them home, I think. Noreen keeps falling all the time. She's fallen 6 times. She has better shoes than me. And what have I seen? A Tata Sumo Audi. Uncle is saying she's falling because she doesn't have enough food. She should have paratha, but I don't know. She eats the whole kitchen in the house. Okay, our rides are here right now. Let's get going. नज़ला हो गया बुरा वाला. It is snowing right now and I have just come back to Gulmarg. Gulmarg is the place where we are actually staying. The operator was supposed to put us at Gulmarg but put us at Gulmarg instead. So always check where you're going and a lot of lessons to learn here. Right now you can see the snow is happening. So I went to level 2 of the Gandola and wahan pe you know what happened? It was freezing cold. It was minus 11 degrees but I did a lot of roly-poly. Noreen fell down. She was feeling so cold so she came back down. And while coming down in the cart or Gandola, I actually met someone who follows me, so it was like a proud moment for me. Okay, it's getting cold. It's really nice. I love the snow. There's a Range Rover around. Yeah, so can you see that Force Traveler? It says Range Rover on it. यहाँ पे लोग कोई भी स्टिकर कहीं भी लगा देते हैं. Now the thing is, when I was coming here, my mom was telling me, be careful of Kashmiris because they are big liars. And I was like, ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? Because my mom has stayed in Kashmir for a long time. Trust me, they lie a lot. It's unbelievable. Okay, this is a place called Gulmarg, and Gulmarg is around 12 kilometers from here. A lot of people told me, including the tour operator and the cabbie and everyone, that you cannot take the cab up. Private cars are not allowed at all. You will have to rent a car here. And we followed them. Okay, we got off from our cab. We hired a car which goes up there. Like car में chain lagi hogi. It was a sumo. There was no chain there, and the cost was 2,000 rupees to go up and come back down. And the funny part is, I saw a lot of private cars up. I saw a lot of cars there, regular cabs as well. None of them had chains, so ये मुझे झूठ बोला गया. And then the guide which we took, he's telling me कि भैया आप ऊपर मत जाओ गंडोला में, कुछ फ़ायदा नहीं वहाँ पे, कुछ नहीं है. स्नो आपको यहाँ पे मिल जाएगी. बहुत वेटिंग है, आपको टिकट ही नहीं मिलने वाला.
अच्छा लग रहा है बोल अच्छा लग रहा है फील आ रही बोल.
So I was like, ऐसे कैसे टिकट नहीं मिलने वाला, क्या बात कर रहे हो? So then on the way we asked some people, they're like हाँ खुला है. So then he said something in Kashmiri to someone, and he's like, गंडोला खराब है, आज चल नहीं रहा, ऑपरेशन बंद किया हुआ है, आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, मत जाओ. And we were like, hell man, we'll go because otherwise I क्यों Gulmarg. So then he's like, टिकट नहीं मिलेगा and all that stuff. But टिकट आराम से मिल गया, कुछ लाइन भी नहीं थी, हम लोग वहाँ पे पहुँच भी गए. Now then later he's saying, तो अगर आप ऊपर नहीं गए तो यहाँ पे क्यों आए, कोई फ़ायदा ही नहीं आने का. एकदम पलटी हो गया all of a sudden. यहाँ पे तनमर्ग में people are telling me, सर आप जूते ले लो, अगर आपने जूते नहीं लिए तो आप ऊपर नहीं जा पाओगे. हम लाइक क्यों? मतलब वहाँ पे स्नो इतनी ऊपर है ना, आपके नी तक आ जाएगी. ओके, दिस इज़ द Range Rover, द Force Range Rover, Traveler Range Rover. And I was like, what are you talking? He like, हाँ बहुत ज़्यादा स्नो है. And I have actually bought snow shoes for this particular trip only. I'm like, I'm not going to remove my shoes for what? So I didn't listen to them thankfully. And there was not that much snow कि it would reach my knees. पर झूठ इतना सारा झूठ होता रहता है. It's kind of surprising. And then we had actually taken that sort of a sledge where old people were actually carrying us in that sledge and pulling it. I felt really bad about it. But the only reason I took it is that so that they get money and they get employment, because apparently यहाँ पे यूनियन चलता है, हर चीज़ में यूनियन चलता है. पैसा यूनियन को जाता है and फिर यूनियन वाले इनको सैलरी देते हैं. What I could do the best thing I could do was to give them tips and all that stuff. एंड गाइड का बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ बिकॉज गाइड ने जाके हमारा टिकट हमने पहले से बुक करके रखा था एजेंसी के थ्रू. बट यू वोंट बिलीव, वो बोल रहा है नहीं आपने तो किया नहीं, मुझे पैसे दे दो. हमने किया है. आई शोड हिम द ईमेल एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड वाज he went and got a ticket. We were standing in the line. He took all my photos. He carried my bag and everything when I was taking photos and all. You won't believe it. I actually spotted a Mercedes Tata M truck, M bus. Can you see the M logo right there? यहाँ पे तो Mercedes के स्टिकर्स तो ऐसे लगे रहते हैं ना हर जगह पे. Mercedes के स्टिकर्स, it's kind of funny. When he picked up my bag, he's like, इतना भारी बैग कैसा है आपका? And you know what? There are water bottles. There's snacks inside, including protein bars, camera, GoPro, gloves, everything, you name it, everything I keep at here. Audi logo. मतलब यहाँ पे तो कोई भी लोगो कहीं भी लग जाते हैं. अलग ही फील है. So enough of this ranting thing. Kashmiri people are really very nice, but you know ऐसे ऐसे झूठ बोलते हैं. It's kind of disappointing because people coming all the way spending so much time and effort and they don't get to do what they want to do just because the guide thinks that मेरा कोई फ़ायदा नहीं ऊपर लेके जाके इनको यहीं पे ले घुमा के वापस कर देता हूँ ताकि मेरा टाइम वेस्ट ना हो. Anyways, paid 800 rupees to the guide. Some tip separately. 2,000 for that sledge thing, 2,000 for the car to go up, 3,600 for the gondola and cab का तो अलग ही है, तो पूछो ही मत. बहुत महंगा है कश्मीर, बहुत महंगा है.